Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well today. That's weird.
Building your online.
That's weird. Hey, getting ready to go here. Got another road game ahead of us in the Big Ten, which is never easy. I don't care how depleted a team is. If you go in thinking that you're going to beat somebody that bad, it's never really going to happen. Welcome, Mr. Tim, Mr. Mickey, and MH Plays. Thank you guys for stopping in so far already as we get ready for this game. And it's going to tip off here in about 11 minutes. Well, there's Creek. What's up, my brother? What? I haven't got a chance to talk to you lately. I didn't get a chance to ask you what you thought, but what a better time than pregame. How did you feel about Woodson's 3-hour practice before the I guess it was the Wisconsin game, the day they were supposed to do the walkthrough? If I'm on my phone, I can't respond. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I've been. I got a little depressed there, and when Woodson got back to defense, or you're not playing, that kind of speech for his guys, I was really excited. We've played 3 excellent games since then. Yeah, I just wanted to know what you thought about the turnaround after those 3 miserable games, and how they came out effectively, played defense, and created offense from that side of the ball. Coach Knight should have been really proud of that. And yeah, Woodson's not coaching tonight, and he's a COVID casualty. Hey, man. Oh yeah. Jalen Hood-Schifino is. I said it last week. He's definitely a one and done. If he's not, there's got to be some extenuating circumstance that would keep him another year. But I think he's a one and done. He's the real deal. He's coming into it. Yeah, he's really. Yeah, I can't argue that. I mean, I know that's really close to say for a freshman, but yeah, right now he's trending that way. You don't think he's one and done? Man, that's kind of amazing. So the real question of today is with Coach Woodson not being here. With Coach Woodson not being here today, do you think our interim head coach today, and I can't think of his name right now, I know it's not the Hunter assistant coach, but do you think there will be some kind of different game plan implemented, different substitution patterns, and or something that thing? Yeah, I know Minnesota's down players. I really am hoping that we go a little deeper in the bench. I'm convinced that we need to go 2 more deeper in the bench. Minnesota's going to play hard today. That's why I said you don't count out a wounded animal. Because they fight really hard. And that's the reason why you got to come in and continue your defenses, keep what you've been doing on defense. And you know what? Now they got no shot today. Yeah, defense, that's the one thing. And, you can say whatever you want about any sport, but defense is the one thing that travels on the road. If you play solid defense, you can win anywhere. And that's the same point I make in NFL football games every Sunday. And that's the point I'm going to make for college basketball as well. If you go out and play top-notch defense, then you've got a shot to win every game. And this Indiana team got caught up thinking, hey, hold on a second. Hey, David, nice to see you. I feel bad for your team right now, but as I learn the players, this is it's friendly environment here. So, it's all good. I'm glad to have you. It's kind of fun. Minnesota, that program really just needs to be stabilized. I think they've had a few years of runs that were kind of iffy. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, man, give the man some love. We love college sports for different reasons, and people have their teams. I'm a big Race Thompson guy, so and I remember watching his dad as a Golden Gopher. Listen, it's in the Big Ten. It's the Big Ten. You got a shot. I love the Big Ten. I got all kinds of opinions that I've been dropping here lately. I think the Big Ten tournament hurts us in the NCAA tournament. I think these teams are so physical that when you get to the end of March that you're just out of energy. I wonder if the season's not too long for these teams. I really wish they would instead of increasing conference games. I guess I don't mind increasing the conference games, but I think the tournament should be optional. You think we win our next 3? Well, let's look. I'm probably going to have to find an argument somewhere there. Yeah, the game at Maryland. Did you watch the game before here with Maryland just dismantling Wisconsin tonight? Maryland's a pretty good team that's on the rise. I think that will be a tough contest. But somebody, I know. Hey man, I'm never too. I don't get too high, Creek. I never do. But what's up, Pizzle? Nice to see you, my brother. I never get too high just because I know how fast it can go back the other direction. These are 18 to 22-year-old kids. You got to keep them motivated. Tonight, the only thing I'm worried about tonight is will they play a consistent 40 minutes without their coach on the floor? Will they stay motivated for the game? Going forward, this Maryland team is pretty motivated and doing well. What's up, Nathan? Yeah, Yasir Rosemont that's who's got the helm tonight. I'm really curious because we're going to see a little bit of somebody else's coaching pattern, see how these kids respond to that. I'm excited for that. I want to see him go a little deeper in the bench tonight. Trace Jackson Davis doesn't need to play 39 minutes. I really believe that he needs to get down in that 31, 32 range. And in my mind, that means I want to see a little bit. I'd like to see a little bit more of Anthony Leal. I'd like to see him get a chance to shoot. Yeah. And I want to see Logan Duncombe. He came in and played a few minutes the other day, gave up great minutes. And I want to see Logan Duncombe because I think having one more big with some good experience helps us down the road. And I'm not talking even so much in the rest of the Big Ten season. I'm talking about tournament time. That's what I'm saying, JB. You know what? Yes. I hope Race does get 10 minutes tonight. I want them to bring him back slowly. And then, hopefully by the end of February, right at the beginning of March, we get X back. And I think at that point, our depth is going to be really hard to beat. God, I'm excited. Dude, without you being here, word is X will be back for Purdue. So that would be February 4th. That's early. I didn't hear that. The last I heard was by the end of February was the last thing I heard was the only, yeah. I mean, he had a broken foot and surgery. That should be 8 weeks minimum. When did he go down? It's not been that long. That's awesome. 3 minutes to tip, man. Here we go. Hey, anybody got any predictions for what we're going to see? Yeah. I thought when I heard that he had the surgery that it would be the 1st of March. So, man, it's nice to see you guys. I'm glad everybody's got the chat rolling. Got off topic. Yasir Rosemont gets the head coaching duties today against a depleted Minnesota. We do have a Golden Gopher fan in the chat. Be respectful. Creek's trying his best. Be respectful for the wounded animal that is having some team problems this year again. But you know what? It's a growth process. I hope they find a stable coach and get stable because a stronger Big Ten means that we all win. 75-50 today. Yeah, that was their problem before, the lack of depth. What's up, Vance? Go IU. Yes, sir. Lots of great topics tonight. Hey, it's just there's guys that have got to step up, and I'm looking, not for our seniors right now. I want to see the guys that are role playing right now step up. I think that's what's real important, is getting that depth. All right, man. Love you too, Brian. Snowman Multimedia has all day. He's full of content. Please stop in and check out his shows, plural. They do a great job over there. They when I'm having trouble in the mornings concentrating at work, I just flip over there and listen to Brian and Cole, and I get a kick out of them. Definitely love and support there. Yeah, I think this is probably I don't ever do that, but this is a game that they should win by double digits. 2,800 rate. Man, Creek, it's nice to have you back in the chat. I felt lost for a couple games there, being wound up and not having no Indiana Creek in here. Going to apply for a baseball tournament in North Carolina. If I get it, I'm doing some heavy fundraising to get both Jody and I to North Carolina. Hey, I will definitely help promote you for that, Snowman, for sure. I don't know, JB. I'm going to say no. Where's Creek? Yeah, I did. Hey, man. That's what this is all about. This is all about, hanging out with my buddies. These games here, I've met so many new good Indiana fans, and then I've converted a few to being Indiana fans, and we have a good time. And nice to see the starting lineup. Did you say Race is on the floor? Yes, he is. All right, here we go. We're getting ready to rock. Thank you, Eric. Everybody else, I definitely appreciate that. Lots of creators hang out in here, and we all have different takes, and we have a lot of fun. Amateur hour here in YouTube is a blast. Yeah, I suspect we'll see Renew about the 16-minute mark. We might see 4 minutes out of Race to start with. Let's see how his knee's progressing. And let's have a blast today, man. I'm glad to have you all ready to rock. Race Thompson starting at Minnesota is bittersweet, isn't it? He's home. All right, we're ready for tip. Let's go. Let's have it. Ball's up, tip back the other way. Race controls the tip. He immediately hits a double team. Down to Trace Jackson Davis. He goes up and score. Oh, he stepped out of bounds or something. Man, what a fast start. We get a turnover there. I think he stepped on the baseline. Let's see. Battle goes up and blocks Trace Jackson, which was amazing. Great athleticism from Battle. Oh, I got to get my scoreboard up here. Holy smokes. I got to have it on this side too. Minnesota's got at the top of the key. 42 dribbles right. I'll get the names as soon as I learn them. Goes around a pick. Back over to 42. Is going to drive the baseline against Trace. Throws it inside. Gets around it. But Race Thompson's going to pick up a foul. Oh, it hasn't reset yet. There we go. There's the inbound pass. Left-handed jump shot from the baseline for Minnesota is good. 2-zip. Jalen Hood-Shafino brings it across the timeline, and Minnesota goes straight into a 2-3 zone. We haven't seen a lot of zone this year. Kopp is on the left wing. He's got it. Feeds it to the middle to Trace. Trace turns around, gets inside, puts it up off the glass. Hard, no good, but a foul. Jamison Battle was credited for the jump shot on the other end. I wondered that myself. Very aggressive last name in basketball. First free throw is up, and it is good. The foul was on Samuels. Second free throw is hard off the back iron, and it's turned back. Oh, and Minnesota controls the loose ball. We're going to come back the other way with Minnesota having a 2-1 lead. Hated Kitty battle. Yeah, that Illini team was rough. Ball's up at the top of the key, dribbles around, goes to the right-hand side, back over, looks for the three, stops, feeds it over again, nothing happening. Good defense right now by Indiana. They've got the ball out past the three-point line, and there's a deep three taken and sunk. Big three-point shot for Battle. He's got all five, and Minnesota leads 5-1. 5-1 in a basketball game. They look motivated in this zone. There it goes. Down the ball's in the middle. Trace takes a 12-footer. No good. Rebound comes down, and here comes Minnesota. Slow starts are not what we're good at. Haven't settled into the rhythm of the game yet. Minnesota tries to drive on Race Thompson. Backs him down. Puts it up. Great defense. No good. Controlled by Jackson. He's going to bring it up. Trace has got the ball at the top of the key. He feeds it off to Miller Kopp. Back over to Schifino. Schifino feeds over to Galloway. Galloway drives the lane in the corner to Kopp. No good. Great defense by Minnesota to get out and cover. And Trace gets it on the block. He loses it. Picks it back up. Puts it up and in. Trace Jackson Davis has all three of Indiana's points and wins a 2-point game. Yeah. I don't know why he's not working on developing it, but I'm not sure. Ball's on the left wing. Battle steps. He beats Kopp again. Puts up another three. No good this time. And it will go out of bounds to Indiana. I love that. I love Battle, his jump shot. I like that left-handed jump shot and how high he gets up when he on his release. It looks really good. Now Race Thompson's on the middle. Kopp thinks about the three, dribbles inside, feeds to Race on the block. He puts it up, gets blocked, and there's going to be a foul. Race Thompson gets the feed from Kopp, and he draws a foul on the baseline. Thank you, JB. I've been working. I get a lot of practice. Maybe someday I'll actually be good at it. No, it's really pass the ball around the outside and let Jamison Battle create a shot. That's what their offense has been so far. First free throw is up, and it is good. 1-point lead for Minnesota as they have their first substitute as Samuels goes to the bench. Minnesota does not have a lot of depth today, having players out due to injury, so I'm sure they're going to try to just continually rotate. Second free throw is no good. Can't win, shooting 50%. Galloway does a little bit of pressure there to slow him down coming back, but they still beat the 10-second call. Drives on the baseline. Race Thompson's there. He blocks the shot. He gets his own rebound, and they're going to call it a jump ball on the block. Race Thompson holds on to the ball, and they're going to call that a jump ball. You don't usually see that call. But he held on to it. Not a good Johnson's not happy over there, and they're going to call Miller Kopp for the foul on the inbound. All right. There's the inbound. He gets it onto the baseline, dribbles around, trying to go baseline again, back out for the deep three. No good. And it is controlled by Schifino coming back the other way. He's looking to push. No fast break numbers. He gets it over to Galloway. Galloway looks. Nothing happening. Hands off to Schifino. Schifino looks to Thompson in the middle. Thompson's looking. He's going to take the 15-footer. Short off the rim. No good. Here comes Minnesota. Jamison Battle's going to bring it back the other side. And they rotate to the left wing. Back to the top of the key. Tries to go around a pick, nothing doing. Shot clock down to 14. Galloway in tow. Unorthodox looking three right there. There's another rebound by Schifino. He's trying to push. Minnesota gets back on defense. Schifino dribbles it off his foot. Turnover. Here we're going back the other way. Race Thompson straight up in the air. Great defense. And that's blocked and it's controlled by IU. Here comes Miller Kopp. Pulls up for three. Short off the front rim, no good, but a rebound by Race Thompson. Race is flying. Kopp again. Second one goes down for Miller Kopp. First three-pointer of the game for Miller Kopp, and Indiana has a 7-5 lead. Race Thompson flew in for the rebound, fed it back out to Kopp, and he made the second one. Race's energy is making a difference. Defensively, he's so straight up and down. He does get beat right there on the dribble by number 1. And we're headed back the other way. 7-7 tie. Schifino's got it out high. They're trying to, and Schifino, 15-footer off the dribble, no good. Here comes Minnesota with the rebound. I think that's Ola Joseph that got that board there. I'm trying to learn some of the names as we go. They rotate the ball around the outside, nothing doing. Cut off. Drives on Trace on the baseline. Cut off, stop there. 8 on the, there's a jump shot from 12 foot. Trace blocks out, gets the rebound. He's looking to push. Trace continues to bring the ball up. Kopp for 3 from the dish. There's another one for Miller Kopp. Give the dime to Trace Jackson Davis. 10-7 IU. And what a solid performance there by Trace Jackson Davis, starting the fast break, getting the transition 3 for Miller Kopp. Trace just has a feel for when to pass the ball, and it's uncanny. If he had a jump shot, he would already be in the NBA. 2 on the shot clock. He drives. They're going to call Race Thompson for the foul. That will probably be Race's second foul. And Ola Joseph will go to the free throw line. But 2 plays there. Race Thompson with a great rebound and pass out, and then Kopp with the 3, and then Trace Jackson dumps one off for Kopp, and that's 6 easy points. No, but he's got energy, and he looks strong. He looks like he's getting stronger. Oh, yeah. You know, him providing minutes, now Geronimo does what he's really good at and comes in off the bench. I'm assuming that it's going to be Geronimo to fill his spot here. Race Thompson's already given 6 minutes. Dave says, I'm sending you guys a like. Minnesota is a dumpster fire. Also, for those of you that are new to the or haven't been here in a hot minute, if you see the little bitty blood drops next to people's names, we do have a membership program that funds the channel. That's probably going to be the primary way that we add new content and grow. So if you are so inclined, don't have to be. I appreciate you being here, but it is available. There's a little join button over there next to our logo on the description. No. Yeah, and that's another thing. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here and think that this game is something more than it really is. You're playing a wounded animal that's a little depleted, and you got to just. I mean, we're wounded animal too. We've been depleted for the last 5 or 6 games, and we're finally learning how to play with what we got. But I don't think Minnesota has the depth that we have. Yeah, Creek. That's my motto. When you're playing against a team that can't go any deeper than 8, then you should play 11, and you should just constantly run the ball because you can wear a defense down really fast like that if you're constantly up and down the court. Just bring in a separate 5. Your second 5 might be just as good. That's a little negative, Jim. It's a little negative that we've been depleted for 6 years. I think we've had great talent. I just don't think we've had great coaching to develop talent. I feel like when I would watch some of these guys come in, it seems like that they have the right skill sets coming to Indiana. They just never get developed in the right way. CJ Gunn, I think this game is made for Caleb Banks. Even CJ Gunn hasn't found his outside shot yet, and he's a little small yet. Kind of hasn't got any muscle built up yet. But I think Caleb Banks would be a good asset in this game, and Logan Duncombe I feel would fit really well in this game. Anthony Leal, I think would fit really well in this game. I want to see them guys get a little bit of playing time. What's up, Kylie? Nice to see you, dear. Eagles played the 49ers on Sunday. Hope you're ready for it. First free throw is good. I'm not sure that either of us are doing it because I think I know that I'm at work and I know we're double doing the AFC Championship. Both free throws are good, 10-9. We do have some subs in the game for Indiana. Geronimo and Tamar Bates have both entered the game, along with Shafino, Trace Jackson, and Miller Kopp. Geronimo's on the left wing. He's got the ball now. Feeds it to Trace on the block, who puts up the turnaround. Geronimo gets the dime. Trace gets the jump shot, little baby hook, and it is 12-9. Battle tries to drive on Kopp. They're really set on having Kopp guard Battle. Pushes it on the inside, rotates around. Great passing by Minnesota. Nothing doing because it's even better defense. And there is a nice layup and one. A nice cut to the basket and a great little bounce pass. And Ramberg gets the basket. But pretty nice assist. Tamar Bates gets the foul. Kylie, I think the Eagles are the best team. I don't know that I'm cheering for anybody. I think that's going to be the game that I'm just going to watch and try to enjoy the game for being the game. Free throws hard off the back iron. Trace gets the rebound. Here comes Shafino back the other way. Shafino's looking to push. Nothing there. Bates is on the wing. They are coming out on Bates really fast because I think they're scared of his three-point ability. Geronimo gets in on the free throw line, puts it up and in. That's a flop. Oh, they call that a charge. That was weak. That looked like a flop to me. I'm sure you do. And they have as good a chance as they've ever had. That felt like a flop. Geronimo he's so energetic. He gets a lot of undue offensive fouls. Indiana's still holding a 1-point lead. There's another foul by Tamar Bates, reaching from behind. Very sloppy. Yeah. Man, coach looks good over there. Here comes CJ Gunn, going to get some minutes. He's probably going to take Bates right out because Bates picked up 2 fouls in like no time. Young staffer in that nice suit getting his head coaching debut. Looking to penetrate, pulls up for a 15-footer, and it's good. Minnesota retakes the lead. Adam Jamison Battle, 2-point basket, 13-12. So far, our offense has looked a little out of sync today, except for a couple fast break opportunities and Trace Jackson. Back over to CJ Gunn. He drops it off, and it's picked off. There's a turnover for the young freshman trying to feed TJD, and it gets, missed opportunity there. And there's an open 3 left. CJ Gunn made a mistake there. He's made 2 in a row. Let's see how long they leave him in. Trace gets the ball on the block. Feed to Geronimo. He can't hold on to the pass. Here comes Battle back the other way. Getting sloppy. Looking to the right wing. Nothing there. Drives in the lane on Gunn. Puts it up. He's going to draw the foul. That's 3 mistakes in a row on CJ Gunn. Yeah, it makes you realize that Galloway is more of a stabilizing force out there on the floor than what you think. He brings calm aware. And to our lone Minnesota fan in the house today, you guys are holding a 1-point lead. Mr. David. It looks sloppy right now, Jim. I feel like this is one of those games that's going to have its ups and downs. I agree with Creek. I don't think they have enough to pull away from us. CJ Gunn's got some development to do. He doesn't look strong enough to me. Reminds me of looking at Christian Lander out there a little bit, honestly. Man, Jim, Jim goes right to the negative, man. He's like, oh, here we go, man. We're in trouble now. Jim's always got that perspective. Hey, you know what my daughter says to me, Jim? I'm the most unhappy fan she's ever seen. Because things can be going well, and I will never just concede until the game's over. I'm down, and I'm not necessarily down. I'm like negative. I'm unhappy fan. That's it. I'm an unhappy fan. What's up, Jack? Evening from the Outback. Seeing another team showing up, showing no and scoring more than the opponent facing. Talking about a top 5 team. How's it going tonight, Jack? Are you doing all what? Let's see. What time is it there? I want to get a feel. Yeah. Today's one of those games you just can't overthink it. You just got to go to your horse. Yeah. That's the thing. Something's got to change, Creek. I mean, honestly, you got to get this game. It's got to get under control. You got to find out where, what your point of offense is going to be. And I still think that everything comes through the block. Right now in the zone, it's got to be getting into the middle and getting turned. 7:27. Got you. Got to get it. Got to get turned around. Get that ball, because Indiana's offense obviously works better when it goes inside out. If you feed the post and Trace can get a shot, or Race Thompson or whoever's playing down there gets a shot, that's great. But our outside shooting seems to be the best when we feed, like in this zone, from the middle out or the middle down. So that's what I want to see. I just want to see the ball get to the 2 guys that are going to do the passing, which right now it looks like it's going to be Renew and Trace Jackson Davis feeding the middle. First free throw is missed. Score remains 13-12. 11:57 to go. Second one is up, and it is good. I think that is going to be the first point. And now they're going to do a little 3/4 court press. Minnesota coming out a little aggressive. Galloway's back on the floor right now. CJ Gunn takes the seat after a very poor start to his performance of the day. That was Cooper on the free throw. That was his first point. Shafino's out high. 13 on the shot clock. Really nothing materializing. Looking to get the ball, nothing inside. They haven't done it around the outside. Kopp takes a 3, and that rims in and out. Not a good possession. Here comes Minnesota back the other way. Minnesota crosses the timeline. Shafino is in tow, and Galloway knocks the ball out of bounds. He's asking for them to review it. And Galloway's hard-nosed out there. He's trying to play it up. Here comes the inbound pass. They got it out high, 23 foot from the basket. Dribble around. There he goes, hands it off. Over to the right wing for 3. It's a pretty good look, and it does go down. 17-12 Minnesota. Coach is changing up defensive calls over there. I didn't know what he was for Minnesota. Changed it up a little bit. Now we finally get the ball down to Trace on the block, and he goes up reverse layup. That should have been goaltending. That shot is blocked, not called a goaltending. We're coming back the other way. Minnesota leads by 5. Got the ball at the top of the key. They're looking. Renew is out there with his first minutes in tow. Hands it off. Nothing doing there. Battle's working on Kopp. Puts up the shot. No good off the rim and out of bounds. Back to Indiana. Flagstaff, Arizona. 3 foot of snow. Eesh. Number 2, Alabama playing down to Mississippi State. Yeah, I thought that was goaltending too, Jim. Inside, Renew puts it up and in. Renew with the quick first step. He gets the baseline and makes a basket. Cuts it back to 3-point lead. As we are approaching the 10-minute mark, it is 17-14 Minnesota. Cooper drives on Galloway. Feeds it over to Ala Joseph. Back to Cooper. Oh, that's not Cooper. That's a different one on the baseline. Number 24, I think that's his first basket. And the lead is back to 5. Schifino hits Trace at the free throw line. They've got the ball in the middle. Trace drives, puts it up and in. Easy peasy. Snow in Arizona seems odd. There's mountains in Arizona too there, Nathan. Leads back down to 3, 9:28 to go. Looking, rotating around, nothing happening. They get the ball to the free throw line. Turns around, jump shot against Renew, no good. Battle with the good offensive glass, and he flips it out to his teammate, and they get in a fresh 20. Driving on Miller Kopp, trying to get around him, gets to the basket, dumps it off with a great assist, and there's a basket by number 42, and that is a slam dunk. Minnesota is continuing to hold on to their lead here, and Renew has it on the left wing, gets it back to Schifino, back to Galloway. Galloway looks, nothing doing. Drops it to Renew. Renew goes up strong to the basket and in. Renew is using the baseline to get to the glass, and he is scoring at will. All we got to do is feed the post. Minnesota sets the offense, 20 on the shot clock. Looking to drive. Off to the corner, nothing there. Cut off. Trying to feed it back out. Gets it to Battle with 10 on the shot clock. They have to reset. Nothing happening. Here comes the drive. Switch. Drives on Trace. Puts up the 12-footer. No good. And they're going to call Trace on with a foul there. And I'm not sure that happened. Let's see. Oh, that's the play before. That was Thompson that got the dunk the play before. And that was a really nice dish for that. Yeah. Is this the same officiating crew we had in Iowa? Feels like it. Free throw is good. Increases the lead to 4. That's 22-18 with 8:17 to go. One more coming at the line. Talon Cooper. Second free throw is good as well. Minnesota is maintaining this 5-point lead. Trace, Race, and Schifino are all sitting on the bench right now. Let's see if we can muster some offense without those guys on the floor. Geronimo, Galloway, and Bates, followed by Renew and Kopp out there. Kopp's playing some extended minutes on Battle today. There's the feed down to Renew. Renew's got Cooper on him. He turns a little baby hook, no good. Rebound by Minnesota. Minnesota's blocking out pretty well too, and they are controlling tempo in this game. They are on the Big Ten Network, OZR. Dribbles off his foot, and it goes over to the left wing. Minnesota controls. Battle drives, has to pull it back out. There's the switch. Battle's looking to get in. There's nothing. 5 on the shot clock. He takes a very deep, ugly 3. No good. Rebound to Miller Kopp. Here comes Galloway back the other way. Feeds it to the right wing. Bates is out there looking. Feeds it down to Geronimo. Geronimo's pass is tipped and controlled by Minnesota. Couldn't have had an uglier first half for this team, and they're playing it right now. There's an open 3 by Minnesota. And I'm not sure what happened there. I looked at the chat, and they stopped the clock. Yeah, and he's rotating players, but he's not getting results, so he just keeps rotating them. Yeah, so far today, Trace is 3 for 6. Kopp is 2 for 4. The rest of the team is out the window. Race Thompson has 1 point from the free throw line, but a couple of fouls. Got it. What's up, OZR? Nice to see you, brother. Where you got it on TV? If not, Big Ten Net. Like I said, the Big Ten Network, and I think you might be able to get it online on Big Ten as well. I'm not positive. No, this game has started very rocky, Creek. This team is gutty that they're playing against, and like we talked about earlier, when you're playing a wounded animal, they have nothing. They feel like they have nothing to lose, so they come out and play really hard. You got to find a way to break that momentum and get control. And we haven't gained control of the game yet. We can control the post, but we're not feeding it down there enough. And what they're doing that other teams haven't done really well is they're attacking the defensive board a little harder. We're not getting extra chances on the offensive glass. They're blocking out fairly well. I got you. Well, it's nice of you to be here today, OZ. Appreciate you very much. Also, anybody in the chat that hasn't done so yet, I'd appreciate a smashing of the like. The subscribe button is really fantastic for us as well, as we're rolling up on our first 2,000 subscribers, and we appreciate you all. Yeah, Coach right now has got I got you. Tom Grossi is one of the biggest supporters of our channel. He has helped us a lot, and we show a lot of praise to Mr. Tom Grossi. Fantastic guy. All right, rolling on through. That's what I like about the sports channels. They raid the smaller channels and help them. It's really cool. There's enough room for all of us. Minnesota stays in this 2-3 zone, and that's the one thing we haven't seen consistently is the zone. Great pass from Bates to Race Thompson. He cannot control it, and Renew loses the rebound, and here comes Minnesota. Just can't seem to finish today. Looks sluggish on the floor. Trace is defending out way high. Battle drives, and he loses it, and that's going to go off his knee. Galloway with the reach in, gets his hand on the ball, and Battle dribbles it off his knee and goes out of bounds. It's going to come back the other way. Trey Galloway affecting play. That's even cooler, Nathan. There's Renew with the ball on the block. Double team comes. He feeds Bates cross court in the corner. Bates does not get the shot off, but he feeds Trace, and Trace gets tripped and goes down hard. I think it was an accident. Cooper comes in behind him trying to get the steal. I'm a Bengals fan. I watched that today as well, OZR, and I was really shocked that he was giving my kiddies that much love. Thank you, Alex. Anybody that is interested, all our socials are in our Discord are in the description. Bates for 3 in the corner, no good. That was a contested three-point shot, and nothing is dropping for this Indiana team. Normally we shoot over 50%. Today, not so much. Minnesota has had a very good effort on defense. And there's a drive trying to get around, and Galloway is going to pick up the foul with the body as his feet aren't fast enough to stay ahead. Yeah, I know. I'm calling him a wounded animal because I'm trying to paint a picture of a team that just doesn't have, at this point, has nothing left to lose, and that's how I look at it. And you're right, they're not a good team, especially with injuries. So they're just playing on grit. But my thought is, and we're coming up on the 5-minute mark, that they'll start running out of gas towards the ends of the half. but we still have to make shots. And defense is supposed to travel. We've only given up 24 points in the first half, but we've only scored 18. Balin's in the house. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. Struggling so far this game, down by 6 in the first half. Second free throw is up, and it is no good. Trace controls the glass. Shafino's back on the floor. We're ready for the last 5-minute push here with we've got 3-4 starters on the floor. Shafino from 15, wide open, buries it. There's Shafino's first basket of the day, and Indiana trims that lead back to 4. Play some defense now, guys. That's hilarious. There's a turnover. Shafino comes up with a loose ball after the tip. He goes to the basket, puts it up, no good. Tipped up, no good. Controlled by Galloway. He loses it, and Galloway is going to be fouled by Thompson there in the center, I think, and that is going to be his second foul as well. Hope I got that right. If not, well, I'll let you know. Power outage is your way because of the wind knocking trees down power lines. And it seems like it's a little chippy down there at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on. Refs are discussing something with the players. Somebody said something to Shafino, and Miller Kopp's pointing. Creek, is this the same officiating crew that was at the Iowa game? Because that one ref looks like it. What are they reviewing here? Yeah, it's true. And Valen, I forgot a little bit further north of me, there was snow instead of rain. Oh, and Renew gets pushed from the backside there as he was walking away, and he was in a crowd of Golden Gophers. What is that? That's uncalled for. I'm trying to see if I see anything that happened here. Galloway's on the ground. He gets up. He's walking away. And Renew's right there in the middle. He hands the ball to the ref. He's stuck in the middle of all them Golden Gophers, and they push him out of their little circle. Well, they decided to huddle around him, so I don't know what they decided to call there. Looks like nothing. Shout out to our women's team hanging in there in the 6th spot. Galloway's free throw looks ugly and no good. Take the free ones, make the free ones. No doubt, hit a free throw. Second one is up, and it's short as well, but TJD with the offensive glass goes up, good defense, puts it up again, and scores. Trace Jackson Davis continues to be our model of consistency, and that is not – Shafino gets called for the foul, 60 feet from the basket. Henley draws the foul, and it's the Indiana's 4th team foul. Yeah, I don't like that foul there. Yeah, the women's team's on time. And Henley misses the free throw. I think the Big Ten has got a really good shot this year to knock down a women's championship. There's 3 really solid teams in this conference. In my mind, second free throw is no good as well. Nobody wants to score points today as it's 22-24. Shafino crosses the timeline, sets the offense. Trace is in the middle. Renew's on the other side. Shafino takes off a pick. Deep 3, no good. That was a set play for Shafino to get an open look. He went to the wrong side to get the rhythm 3, I think, going to his left. And his shot is hard off the back iron. Here comes Minnesota with 5 minutes to go. Henley's got the ball out wide on the left, looking, trying to get around Shafino. He drives, Turnaround jump shot. No good. Short off the rim. TJD controls. Here he's going to bring it up the floor again. Trey starting the break. He goes all the way to the hoop. Feeds the corner. Galloway for three. No good. Miller Kopp. And knocks it out of bounds. And it's going to be Minnesota ball. Kopp getting in there on the offensive glass. Did you notice that the timing of Trace's pass there was excellent? He hit Galloway in the corner, and Galloway just missed the shot. But Trace started the break, got down court, and made a very nice pass for a good look, and we just didn't connect. 4:33 to go. $17 on the shot clock. The offense is not even moving. Renew is defending out high, playing a pretty good game thus far as Renew for a freshman. Another deep three by Battle. Shorty airballs it. Saved, and back to the hands of Indiana. Bates leads the break, gives it to Shafino, all the way to the glass, in the corner to Kopp for three. No good. Shafino gets all the way to the rim, feeds the corner, trying to beat a three. Here comes Minnesota back the other way to the glass. He pulls it back out. Henley's got it on the left wing. Rotates it around to Ola Joseph. No good. Shafino Trace gets a rebound, feeds it up court to Renew, and that is a block, and he misses the shot. But Renew will go to the free throw line. Trace Jackson Davis is becoming an amazing passer. Right before our eyes, he's learning how to distribute the ball like a point guard. Man, if that young man would learn to have an outside shot, his game is evolving. Now, that's the point, Creek. It's the ugliest game that we played, and we're only down by 2. Playing Penn State, we'd be down 30, or at least I feel like it would be that way. And it's pretty exciting, though. I don't know, man. I just love it. College basketball is you can't create the amount of excitement that you see in this game. I want to thank everybody that's in the chat today. While we're sitting here on commercials, Trace Jackson Davis has already almost got a double-double. Jim, man, you're a funny dude, man. The only winner in today's game so far is Habitat for Humanity. All the bricks being put up by both teams. We have the wrong refs for aggressive defense. True. Yeah, you know what? Creek, I think I'm going to call this game a blessing, Creek, and I'm going to tell you why. It's nice that when you have a sluggish game that you're playing a team that's not playing that well. You're also playing on the road. The Barn's tough to play in, or at least it has been at times for teams because of the way the court sits. So, you know what? Let's have a sluggish half. Let's get a game plan in the second half. See what we've learned here today in the first half. Come back out stronger in the second half and win this game. Balin, did you get snow today or rain? Because I got rain all day. Oh, my God, yes. I agree. But if we were at Ohio State or at Michigan, we'd be down by 15 points right now. It would be different. You got snow and rain. We need to muster together a nice little run here to finish the half. I hope so, Creek. Renew's at the free throw line. I'm just waiting for somebody to hit a pair. Anybody from Indiana want to hit 2 free throws in a row? And Renew sinks the first. $3:44 to go in the half. Second free throw's up, and it's good. Renew, first player to hit 2 free throws today, and we are tied. 3:44 to go. Henley's going to bring the ball up. Bates is in tow. He's going to hand it off, and they're going to rotate it around to Battle. Battle's looking for a shot. He hands it to Henley. Hands it back off, running the weave on the right side. 13 on the shot clock. They get the ball over to Thompson, who takes a three, and he's short of the rim. Here comes Bates. He's got his head up looking, but there's nothing there. Feeds Schifino. Schifino back to Bates. Bates over to Kopp. They're looking for the three right now. Got to get the ball inside. Miller Kopp tries to drive. Nothing. Over to Schifino. 17 on shot clock. He hits Renew at the free throw line. Renew drives in. Turnaround 12-footer, and he rims it in. Malik Renew playing great basketball right now. Probably the best Hoosier on the floor next to Trace Jackson Davis so far this game. Minnesota drives to the right wing. Hand the ball off to Henley. Over to Thompson. Thompson's looking. Back to Henley. Drives around looking. Feeds the other wing. Schifino tips the ball and almost controls it. 9 on the shot clock. Minnesota's running out of shot clock time. He got the switch on Renew. He throws the layup up and in. Gets around Malik Renew and scores the layup. Here comes Indiana back the other way. Kopp drives the baseline. Cross court to Bates. Nothing there. He hits Trace Jackson Davis, and Trace is stripped, but Renew picks it up, barrels his way in, and puts the layup in. Our size and strength in the post is way too much for this team, and Indiana has a 2-point lead. First time we've led in a while. Couldn't tell you when. Drives around Schifino, looking, feeds it out, all the way to the basket. No good. Trace Jackson with the defense there. He's going to bring it up. He's got his head up all the way in to Schifino on the wing. Nothing there. Schifino's looking, gets to the baseline, puts it up with a reverse layup and in. Jalen Hood Schifino scores the layup, and that's a 4-point lead for IU. Renew is this is one of those teams that Renew is really good against because they're not as strong as he is inside, and he's just willing himself in there. Schifino with a great reverse layup to get around Thompson there on the baseline. 30-26. A minute 46 to go in the half. IU on a 12-2 run the last 4 minutes, and I've been complaining the whole time. They got 20 on the shot clock here. There's a high pick set. Looks down, nothing happening there. Passes it off. Battles got it against Renew. Looking to drive. He gets to the glass, puts it up, no good. And that's a rebound. He puts it up and in. Trace couldn't control it after the good defensive stop there, and the game is back to 2 points. Schifino dribble, tries to get inside, puts it up from 15. Weird looking shot there. I think he thought he was going to get a foul call. And here comes Cooper back the other way. Can't believe that, Balin. There's Cooper with the deep three. In and out, no good. Trace controls. And Trace wants to be a ball handler. He feels like he can run the point. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Indiana's going to take a timeout with 1 minute to go in the half. Yeah. I hate to say it. We're leading this game because we're playing, they're missing more shots than we are. I could see that. Not shooting the outside shot, getting to the basket. They've got to find some way for him to play in the NBA to where he doesn't have to have a jump shot. His court awareness is excellent, and he's really developed that this year. Rebounding is excellent. He's bulked up a little bit. You know, that's true. It's been the knock on Trace's whole career about being an NBA player. He's got the size and the length of a great wing in the NBA, but he doesn't have the jump shot. Galloway from the corner, great pass for three, no good. And that's going to be Indiana basketball. Oh, no. They say it goes off Renew. Wow, I wasn't sure about that. I thought that ball was double tipped there. I thought Renew tipped it first. How much time? Race has played he played maybe 6 to 8 minutes in the first half, give or take. He affected the game very well, but he also picked up 2 fouls. That's why he's not in there right now. I'm really surprised about the Mississippi State beating Alabama. Yeah, not to get too far ahead of myself here, but Minnesota's held us to 41% shooting in the first half. Yeah, I know. No replay. All right, here we come back up the other way. Cooper's got the ball out high. Schifino is in tow. Don't pick up a cheap foul here, Jalen. Not at 30 feet. Don't you reach. Tries to get around a pick. Nothing doing. Looking. No. Passes to Henley. Henley puts it up. That's an ugly-looking shot. Trace controls it but loses the ball. And Minnesota gets an easy basket there. No time left on the shot clock. Indiana will play for 1. Absolutely careless with the ball there on that rebound. Galloway's got it out high. Looks over. Schifino's got it on the wing. Feeds Kopp for 3. Miller Kopp is going to bail us out of this first half with the 3, 2, 1. Half-court shot. Ooh! Just short. Oh. And that takes us to halftime with a 3-point lead. Miller Kopp, that's pretty clutch. I got to say, the only person that I've been impressed with today so far has been Kopp and Malik Renew. Trace Jackson Davis is doing Trace Jackson Davis things. He's already got 11 rebounds in the first half. That 3-pointer giving us a nice lead at halftime was big because Minnesota probably played the best half that they were capable of. Malik Renew, look at this. Let me give you his stat line really fast because we've got 20 minutes here or 10 minutes here of doing absolutely nothing. Malik Renew's stat line, 4 for 5 from the floor. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, and no fouls, no turnovers, 10 points. That's a good fill right there from the bench. Yeah, and they know that, Balin. Play hard defense. I think it's a little different with your head coach not there, honestly. I think that's for them that's a little tougher, because everything's a little different. Renew was really good. Miller Kopp, 3 for 6 from the 3-point line. 3 3-pointers. Also, he had 2 rebounds and no turnovers. That's as good as well. Trace Jackson Davis, 4 for 9 from the floor, 11 rebounds, 3 of them being offensive, 2 assists, 1 block. He does have a couple turnovers where he lost the ball or stepped on the inline, but all in all, Trace Jackson Davis put up the solid numbers for the half. Could have been a lot better. He had a lot of great looks. Yeah, the game plan should be to play defense. Play defense. A couple guys struggled in the first half for us today, and a lot of it had to do with fouls and turnovers. Geronimo did not get a good start, 2 turnovers and a foul. He did have an assist and 1 rebound. Also, CJ Gunn did not look strong today. He has come out and played some aggressive minutes so far this year, but didn't look strong. And Bates come out and got a couple rebounds and picked up a couple stupid fouls. He hasn't quite developed as much as I'd like, but when that guy gets in rhythm, he can shoot. And he's going to be a big part of this offense going forward, I really believe. At least definitely into next year. So looking down there, I was really going through recruiting and looking forward. And the kid from Ohio, the point guard, it really seems to be the only top 100 recruit Indiana has for next year. Anybody else that you guys are aware of that is high on the radar that they're looking to snag up for next year, or am I missing anything like that? Hey, Crafty, come on, man. They were stupid fouls. Yeah, I know Cup. Or, yeah, is that his name? The kid from Ohio, the 6'1" guard. I know him. Flory Badunga out of Kokomo. Yeah, I gotta sit down and do some research. Most of my time this time of year is really finishing out the football season strong, and then I fire up heavy into college basketball for the rest of February and March. So that's my really pound the sand college basketball time. So, or if you're still here, Creek, what makes you think that Jalen Hood-Schifino is not a one-and-done player? And I know you said nil money. I think the nil is kind of interesting. Yeah. X. Can X have another season? Does X still have one more year? Or is this his Oh no, you're saying that X's numbers take away from his. I got it. Yeah, he's the fourth leading scorer for freshmen in the Big Ten right now. I think he's at about 12 and a half a game. Yeah, that Montverde pipeline looks like it's going to be productive. Yeah, and I found the nil real interesting because we saw the piece where Anthony Leal donated his nil money so his sister could not have college debt, and the amount was considerable. So if Anthony Leal is getting that kind of nil money, I can't imagine what the other guys are getting. Jalen Hood-Schifino in this game, he's 2 for 6 from the floor, has not got his jump shot going. However, he's got 3 assists to one turnover, which is productive. 1 steal, only 1 foul, 2 rebounds. He's just not lit up the scoreboard yet. I don't see that his turnovers are that high. I'm not sure what he's averaging in turnovers per game, but I know his assist to turnover ratio has got to be better than 2-1. And for a freshman, I think that's important. He's also his size. He looks bigger than the other guys out there. He looks big. We haven't, because it's just like with CJ Gunn, when he comes on the floor, he looks like an 18-year-old kid. Jalen Hood-Schifino looks more mature in his body type and size. Doesn't seem NBA ready. See, I think that he's very draftable this season because of the talent that it's obvious that he possesses in the future. Now, they may stick him down in G League. That may be where he ends up, but I'm not sure. I think he would be drafted. And that's really what these guys look for, because they don't have as many rounds in the NBA of drafting. If you can be drafted, then it's a lot better. Maryland played lights out basketball today. They played out of their mind against Wisconsin. And they have been coming on strong lately. Really looking forward to that game. Also, let's look ahead a little bit at the schedules here. The The other stats I want to touch on here at halftime was we still did out-rebound Minnesota 23-20 on total rebounds, and both teams got 5 offensive rebounds. I don't like that. Yeah, Jim, I'm still not a nil fan, honestly. Me personally, I'm not. I get in arguments about it every time, and I run somebody off with my argument, so I probably won't do that today, as though I'm just not a huge fan. I wish it had some structure to it. I don't like feeling like whichever team has the best boosters gets the best talent. That really bothers me. Yeah, Romeo Langford wasn't ready for the NBA, but I feel like Jalen Hood-Schifino is ahead of him. I really feel like he's ahead of him right now. But just to call it what it is, if he stays for another year, even if Trace does go, that's huge. You look into next year. I'm not, I think our bench needs to step up a little bit, but look at who all could be back next year. I think we're going to lose Trace, Kopp, Thompson, and Xavier, but you still got Jalen Hood-Schifino, Trey Galloway, Malik Renew, Jordan Geronimo, and Tamar Bates. And that's a good makings of a great start to a Big Ten team next year, especially getting all this year. And then you've got guys like Logan Duncombe on the bench. You've got Anthony Leal. I think Caleb Banks is going to eventually mature into a good player. I just don't see him getting the time right now. CJ Gunn, I think, could be a sharpshooter. Just a few more good solid bodies in there, and you still don't know what the transfer portal holds for this team. I think, and we were talking earlier, going into the schedule that we got right now, and then after this Minnesota game, we got Ohio State on the 28th, and that is Saturday at 8 p.m. Should be in here for that one. That would be awesome to have you guys in here on Saturday night. I think the next game after that on Tuesday, which I will also be here for, the game against Maryland, I think is going to be very pivotal for us. If we can get a win against Maryland going into the Purdue game on the 4th, which is on a Saturday, which I should be here for, that's a really good spot for us to be in. I would love to be on a continual streak as we play Purdue. These guys be hyped up for that matchup with Purdue at 4 o'clock. I'm going to be fired up for that one. I'll be throwing stuff in here, in all honesty. But, and then after that, you got Rutgers again at home. You get a rematch game. If we can hold a streak through Rutgers, that would be impressive. And, after that, you go on a road trip to Michigan, Northwestern. It's hard to win 2 road games in a row in the Big Ten. Come back home for a rematch with Illinois, and then you go to Michigan State and Purdue after that. That's going to be 2 tough ones. You finish the season with Iowa at home. You want to want some revenge there. And Michigan, which who knows where they'll be right now. You're having your hair and nail done, can't be here. That's okay. No, I'm looking forward to the schedule. I see the possibility of the way the games line out that, stacking some momentum. If we can keep a good bit of momentum going, we got a good chance against Purdue. Today is, like I said, we've got to get over this hump today. We played well on the road in Illinois. We played masterful defense in that game. Defense hasn't looked quite as good today, but, if you can win on your bad day, I'm just kind of trying to have something to talk about because I hate halftime and I hate commercial breaks. Patino there in Louisville was probably a better fit for Romeo Langford. I know that would have been, I know there was a lot of shady stuff that went on with that deal too. I can't remember all the details. It had something to do with Adidas, I thought. Purdue is going to lose. We just don't know who's going to beat them again. Yeah. I'm really looking to see how they decide to match up with Edey and the young guys of Purdue. I think that'll be interesting. if coach can keep on these kids, that's the hard part, is keeping 18 to 22-year-olds motivated. Yeah, absolutely, Jim. They weren't in the NBA, but they were living the NBA life. Going to take a quick break, and I will be right back before the second half starts. Give me 30 seconds. All right. Josh says we'll pull away by 18. I hope so. They need to get on some kind of a run this second half. Get that defense up there, make a few stops, score a few baskets, get a little momentum. It does not take long for this team to get going. That's a good thing. Nice to see you today, Josh. How you been? Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah. It's pretty funny because my memory on Indiana basketball, college basketball in general, from the very late 70s on, is pretty good. But football, I lose it pretty quick. I remember certain things, but I can't. It's just different. College basketball has always been one of my favorite times of year and favorite things to watch. So I love the recruiting process. I love the off season for these college teams. I love to see how it works. I love, since they're college athletes and stuff, and I know they don't get much opportunity. That all their media stuff is really set up, but I would love to just get in and get a chance to sit down with one of these guys and ask some questions. It would be so much fun to get a chance to interview one of these kids. I think it'd be a blast. I would love to have somebody like Anthony Leal. I really like him. I really wish he could find his way into some playing time. I wish he was earning it. I mean, I don't know what why he's not getting it, but I wish he was earning it, because I feel like he's got a great shot. Let's get it. Smash them buttons for me, y'all. Like, subscribe, share. Let's go. Second half. Minnesota's content in this zone. They're trying to save their defense. They're trying to save their legs. Galloway's open. He drives, gets inside, flips it, a horrible pass, trying to go cross court, flips it, Battle steals it, and they start the half with a turnover. Not what I wanted to see. Galloway had a 12-footer. He should have took it. Yeah, that would be a great one too. I would just like a chance to pick their brain a little bit, but I know they're probably not allowed. Drives to the basket, gets an easy little layup. That's Cooper. And Minnesota comes out with the first basket of the second half. Kopp's got it on the left wing. He feeds Schifino cross court to Galloway. Galloway's looking inside, feeds Trace on the block. There comes the double team. Floats into the middle. 8-footer, turn around, little baby hook, and it's good. 35-32. The reason why we look like an AAU team could beat us at times because it's hard to keep these kids motivated on the floor. Defense. Got to play hard every play. There's a steal by Galloway, but he can't control it. It tips back to Cooper, and he shoots a 15-footer. No good. Schifino's got the rebound. He's going to push. Feeds Galloway. Galloway to the hoop, and he's blocked. Oh, my gosh. Battle blocks the turnaround jump shot. And here comes Minnesota going to the basket. Baseline, puts it up, and he's blocked. There's Thompson gets the rebound, and he misses. Here comes Trace leading the break. Trace is going to feed it up the court, and he's going to hand it off back over. They get it down inside to Trace, turn around, puts it up, and he draws a foul from Thompson, I believe. What a series there, but we should have scored. Galloway got blocked. Jamison Battle, I think, is probably the best player on this team today for sure. But what a nice block by TJD. Oh, he just gets a finger on it. And the first free throw is in. We need one more. Got to make two at a time. Indiana is now the all-time block leader at Indiana. He just passed Jeff Newton. Jeff Newton, there's a big skinny guy. Believe he wore number 50. Both free throws are good. Indiana extends to 5 after giving up the first 2 to begin the half. All right, Tamar Bates is out there early in this half. Drives, going to get around him, goes to the basket, puts it up, and no good. Thompson gets the offensive glass on the tip ball and scores it. 37-34. Here comes Schifino. Over to Kopp. Down to Trace on the block. Trace drives. Puts it up. He's not fouled. Ball's tipped around. Out long. And we just don't get the ball. That's got to be a jump ball. A lot of hustle there. Indiana player did not want to get down on the ground for that. No, that's another thing too. Schifino just didn't die for that basketball. Then he did the second time. Cooper tries to call for the timeout, but they're calling it a jump ball. And they get the inbound. Here comes Cooper across the timeline. Schifino's got him. He's on the right wing looking. Comes out for a high pick. He picks up his dribble. Samuels has it out there now. He's going to go around a pick by Thompson, looking to get around Bates. Over to Thompson, who shot fakes TJD, gets the basket. And TJD comes down with the ball. He missed the layup. He's going to drive the middle. And then he's going to get stolen from him. He doesn't pass it. Gets it to Kopp. Kopp gets it into Race in the middle, who goes up, and he's stripped, and Minnesota comes away with the ball, and he loses it. Thompson picks it up. Dabney, 37-34. Indiana's got 8 flipping turnovers to Minnesota's 3. Defense is not where it needs to be today. Cooper feeds it over. Samuels for the deep 3, no good. Long rebound. And that is controlled by Bates, who gets to it first. He's going to drive, pushes all the way in, throws up the floater, no good, looked ugly. Desperate to score. This is starting to look like the team that played Northwestern. And my feed just glitched. Okay. Big Ten Network's losing its feed a little bit here. Hopefully it's just me. Samuels has got it out high, Cooper. And he starts the offense with 10 seconds to go. There comes the high pick by Battle. Tries to get around. He gets a switch to Kopp. Gets to the basket. Throws it up. No good. Race Thompson clears. Here comes Schifino. Back the other way. 1-on-3. Goes all the way to the basket. No good. But Schifino's going to get a foul on Thompson. And he's like, what did I do? Coach is not happy. And you're right. They're getting tired. Let's see. Is there a foul? I do not see a foul. Ref just bailed out a bad shot by Schifino, who hustled to get to the board. And, yeah, Dabney for sure. No, there was no foul there. And that Ben Johnson's the coach's name for Minnesota, correct? He just doesn't look happy over there. But he knows that, yelling and screaming about it's not going to do him a bit of good. It'll get him kicked out of a game. Minnesota's going with a 7-man rotation here, and, there's not a lot they can afford, and fouls like that they can't afford. Well, let's see. 15:57 to go. We've scored 4 points in 4 minutes. Yep, that's about correct. Congratulations. We can add in our chat. That's awesome. JB with the instant math there. Yeah, that tells you how bad it is if you've only gotten 4 points thus far. But so have they. We got the maths. Making it fun. Yeah, Dabney, I think between my feed in here and the game feed, it's about 20 seconds. When Alex is upstairs doing one of the football games, I'll pause the football game and until I'm even with her, and usually it's about a 20-second differential. Yeah, they really helped Minnesota down. But you know what? I mean, keeping the score low is a win. I got a calculator, man. I make this stuff roll. There you go. They got the baby with the headphones on. Shafino was not fouled at all. He didn't even get touched. I don't know what he called. Right there is what they called. Shafino was past him, and he gets a little bit of body there. His forehead fouled his elbow, yeah. You know, at this rate, Indiana should try to run them to death because that's about the best offense they got right now is that they can go 5 more deep on their bench. Shafino makes the free throw. Hopefully another point or two here, and he'll get into some rhythm. No, Jim, I don't think it's Race's brother. I really don't. If it is, that would be amazing. What's up, Ben? 39-34. There goes Battle. He tries to get inside. He step backs. He gets cut off. Race Thompson playing very nice defense on Battle. Him and Kopp have done a pretty good job since the very beginning. He started the game with like the first 7 points and hasn't scored since. But he stepped back too right there, foot on the line. Bench is getting fired up as it's back to a 2-point game. Kopp has it in the corner, feeds Race. 12-footer, good. Race Thompson gets a basket. Nice pass by Miller Kopp. 41-36, 15:07 to go. Henley comes across the timeline, hands it off to Battle. Battle to Cooper. You've got to get some separation, Indiana. Got to get some separation. Play that D. Cooper goes around a pick. He's got TJD on him. Looking to go. Switches out. No good. Here comes Samuels driving the lane. 6.5-footer, and he gets a nice roll. Very soft touch. Gets the roll. Keeps Minnesota within 3. I love Battle. I like the way he plays. And Trace gets it on the block. He feeds cross court to Bates. Bates drives the baseline, puts up a 13-footer, hard off the rim. Trace with the offensive glass, double team, goes in for the dunk, steps around the defender and puts it back. Second chance points are always huge for IU, and Trace Jackson Davis just got some there. May not being able to listen to the feed. Oh, they trying to – he used the elbow to go around. I guess that's what they're complaining about. Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies on this team. But, you know, like if a guy like Tamar gets hot, this team can roll. Same for Shafino. If one of our guards, one of our wings gets truly hot, this team can play very well. But when they don't shoot well, good defense there by Race Thompson. Tip ball around, controlled finally by Trace. Here he comes. He's trying to push. Feeds it across court to Race. Back to Galloway. Galloway looking inside, nothing doing. Shafino open for three. No good. And that's going to stay at this end. Race Thompson goes up with three different guys to fight for the rebound. Minnesota cannot control it, and it goes out of bounds, and we'll get a new shot clock. What's up, John? They feed Trace Jackson with the alley-oop from the inbound. Miller Kopp will get the assist on the pass, and Trace puts it in. Extends to our biggest lead of 7. This is the weakest 7-point lead we've ever had on a team, but I will take it. Timeout on the floor. And all of a sudden, Trace Jackson Davis, who, by the way, was the Big Ten Player of the Week last week, who could have guessed that with his performances last week, has got 17 points and 15 rebounds, on pace for a double 2020. That's pretty awesome. 45-38. Hey, we can score 60 in this game. I don't care, just as long as they don't score 50. I wondered, because, they all last year when they were playing here, and I wasn't in here, I don't think, for that one game, and I believe they were talking about that. I think he's doing pretty good. He's got 6 points so far in the second half. He's almost scored the same as Minnesota's team. He's also gotten 4 rebounds already in the second half, and he's starting to take over the game a little bit. When your star takes over the game, you just play through them, feed the ball back, and let him feed the ball. I love it when they start to play with him getting the ball in the post or just outside of the post at about 13 feet. When Trace has the ball at 13 feet and he can make the decisions, this offense can do anything. The rest of the guys just need to cut without the basketball and get open, because he's either going to score it or he's going to find you if you're open. A lot of people don't know that, that is the only D1 school in Minnesota. Race does not look 100%, but he wants to be on the floor, and I think they're not going to let him play extended minutes because they're trying to build his strength back up. From the way that looked initially, I didn't think we were ever going to see Race Thompson again, so I'm tickled to have him if it's only in small doses for now. My calculator says we're on pace to score 34.5. I'll take that. Yeah, I think if he's careful on that knee, and I think he's going to give a good 15 minutes today. I'm pretty sure he's going to get that many in the game, and he's not 100%, but he's playing pretty well. He's not trying to do too much. He's not overextending. And also he's guarding Jamison Battle, their best player. So, he must feel like he's at close to 100%. Turnaround jump shot by Battle is good. As I say something, he gets one over on Race. And here we go back the other way. It's 45-40. Defense is looking better. There it is to the middle. They get the ball to Race. Shafino had the open shot. He passed on it. 16 on the shot clock. Shafino resets. Hits Race. Trace cuts in the middle. He feeded some Trace in the middle, and he goes up for the layup and in. Trace Jackson gets the feed at the free throw line, drives to the baseline, hits a layup. Indiana's back up 7. Thompson's got it out the top of the key. Trace Jackson is in tow. Trace switches out on Samuels. Thompson goes down on Thompson. Thompson back to Trace. He drives. He gets around him, feeds the right wing. Nothing. Samuels takes the deep three. Hard off the back rim. No good. Race Thompson with the glass. Here comes Schifino pushing the ball the other way. Schifino's got his head up. Nothing doing. He hits Race Thompson in toe. Back to Schifino for three. Short off the rim. No good. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to go back to Minnesota. Trace Jackson Davis is playing inspired basketball, but he needs the chance to sit down. Somebody else needs to step up here and get some minutes. I know he's playing good basketball right now, but you got to get him rest. Yeah, and for sure. Yeah, he's played well he's been the strongest player in the paint. Trace has been more finesse in the paint today. I don't know why they're not playing their subs. It's my constant complaint always. I feel like the bench needs more rotation in the second half, and we just don't get it. I know they want to keep it close to the vest, but I feel like their other bigs need to play. Technically, we got three because Logan Duncombe can give you 3 good minutes. Yeah, Trace is up to 19. I love Logan Duncombe. Every time he gets in, he affects the game. So I just feel like he should be getting a few minutes. Geronimo did not play a good first half. He was sloppy out there. Yeah, this is a great spot for him, Creek, because Thompson, he can effectively defend. They're about the same size. They look like they have about the same skill set. They both want to shoot the outside shot, so they're very similar players. It would be a good spot for him to get some minutes. Get Renew on the floor. Race has played plenty so far today. Let Renew get on the floor and give Trace a break. And just a 3-minute break. Let Trace come back in at the 7-minute mark if he wants to. I just think these guys need to be a little fresher. Yeah, and I don't think I will understand Ben until, but the thing of it is that you never hear some of the questions that we ask in here asked the coach in like post game. And you just don't know. College is so different, there might be practice. I don't know what issues they have. I don't know what determines which guys are in his top 8 or top 9, or if he's just stubborn about who his guys are. They're going to need them other guys on the bench going forward. You're going to need them for sure when you play Purdue. You're going to need that 8-9 guy. Yeah, it's the one thing I can't figure out, Creek. Hey, look at that. Oh, I thought they were showing. On. What is going on here? Why can I not get to that? Sorry about that. What's going on? Where did my window go? Okay, I've got something messed up. So 1 second here. Bear with me for just a second. I messed my stuff up. I don't know how I did it. That's good enough. All right, 47-42. Henley's on the free throw line. Free throws up, and it rims out no good. Geronimo is on the floor with Shafino Galloway, Trace Jackson Davis, and Miller Kopp. And there's a turnover. Here comes Minnesota looking to push. Battle dribbles off his foot, has to stop. Miller Kopp picks him up. Thompson's got it out high. He's looking. He passes the Battle. Battle switches. Deep three by Battle. Money. Jamison Battle is single-handedly keeping his team in this game and cut the lead back to 2. I'm not sure, Miss Alex, what I did. It's got to be something. TJD inside, misses the shot. Minnesota's got a chance to tie here as they come back the other way. Cooper drives all the way to the basket. Jackson blocks it, controls it to Shafino. Here comes Indiana the other way. Shafino uses his body, puts it up there for the 13, hard off the back rim, and it no good. Henley controls. Indiana is not running offense, and they're playing hero ball, and it's not looking good. All right, here Samuels has got it out high. Shafino's on him. He's going to drive around Trace, puts up the 13-footer, and he hits it. It's a tie game. Minnesota's come back from 7 down for a quick 7-0 run to tie this baby up in the last minute 37. And Indiana's going to take a timeout as we are tied 47 apiece, and this game has just gotten tight. He's not, JB. They're starting to believe that they can win. That's the thing. You know, at a certain point, these guys are all athletic enough. They make it to Division I basketball because they did great in high school. They believed in themselves. And they get here, and then all of a sudden they get beat by a bunch. They just think they're a bad team. And then a guy makes a couple three-pointers like that, and next thing you know, they're pretty sure that they're going to contend for a national championship in their mind. And that makes that tough to beat. College basketball is about wounding the spirit of an animal, man. You got to beat them down, make them think that you're just that much better. And a couple plays, a couple nice jump shots, and Minnesota's right back in this game. I'm an Indiana fan, Jacob. JB's calling it 51-50. We still got 10 minutes to go. And here we go. Minnesota stays in the zone, which has been pretty effective today, obviously, because the scoring is way down. Feeds it cross court. Shafino drives in the lane, puts it up. And alley-oop to Trace Jackson Davis, and he slams it home. Jalen Hood Shafino is a better distributor right now than shooter. Man, Creek, my heart can't take overtime. Thompson's got it out high. He feeds it over. Cooper's going to drive. He gets cut off. Henley's got it on the right wing with Geronimo on him. There's the pick. He goes around Geronimo. And Geronimo's going to get called for the foul. What an alley-oop by Shafino. Trace was 1.5 feet above the rim for the dunk. They have no answer for our inside game. If we get that ball in the paint, we can score every single time. They can't afford to foul at this point. Thompson gets the ball on the inbounds out high, looking to hand it off to Battle, and Miller Kopp is not letting Battle get the basketball. He's denying it. And there's a steal by Shafino. He's coming back the other way, goes up, and no good to the rim. Oh, my God. It's going to be a fast break for Minnesota. It's going to be 4-on-2. Battle for 3, and he hits it. Minnesota takes the lead 50-49 on a bad break after a steal and a tip. No foul at all. The second half, the refs are obviously letting play. Cobb had the shot. He didn't take it there. Now he's a little tight because they are down a point. Galloway feeds it to Cobb. Cobb looks inside it to Race Thompson. Double team comes. Back to Galloway for three. Money. Trey Galloway with the big shot on the inside out three. Assist goes to Race Thompson, and Indiana is back up two. Rob Ballard is in the house. What is up, my brother? Thompson's got it on the side. He feeds it cross court. Samuels handling over to Cooper. Cooper, there's a errant pass, and Shafino goes for it. Nothing there. Cooper for three. In and out, no good. Trace with another rebound, and he feeds it off to Shafino coming back the other way. And why did they foul there? Minnesota committed a foul to stop the clock. Okay. Yeah. Shafino got fouled there. He got mobbed. Cooper with the body. That was not a good look there because that three-pointer should have never happened for Battle. And like I said, Hood is a freshman, and that is what it boils down to. And you're right, he does not look NBA ready yet. But you can see it, though. Yeah, we've had – I don't know if this is the same crew that we had when we was at Iowa, but that day the refs wouldn't call what they were supposed to, and I don't know. That game there was horrible. Iowa's coach should have been ejected twice. Yeah, and I think they feel like that they need to wear this team out and run. JB, I hope Woodson recovers quickly. Yeah, I don't think he's going to call much different of a game, though. I feel like this is his game plan to a T. I feel like the guy standing over there on the sideline playing coach today is he's following orders. Yeah, Shafino's he's up and down, but that's the way freshmen are. He's also carried this team through some pretty tough times as well. Tamar Bates is just hasn't had a very good game. When our young guys don't play well, Trace cannot do everything. 21 points, 17 rebounds thus far. Top hasn't done anything in the second half. Race Thompson did get a basket. Shafino's got some points in the second half, I think, too. Renew hasn't really played. I don't know why he's not been back in the game. Geronimo's been on the floor. Bates has been on the floor. And you know what? Every time when we leave huddle, I just want to talk to the quality of Anthony Leal, of what kind of a teammate he is. He's the last player to go back to the bench, and he's out there working, talking with the guys every single play like he wants to be out there. I admire that. Yeah, Geronimo. Nobody's in serious foul trouble today. Geronimo does have two. Geronimo played a crap first half, Jacob. He really did. But you know what? Just because he played a crap first half, you got to get him back on the floor. These are kids, man. They need confidence. You got to show confidence in them. We're with Race. Race gets the ball in the middle. He drives in, back out to Shafino. Thinks about the three. Back to Race. 12-footer. Short off the rim, no good. Shafino with the glass. Drives, 15-footer. Short. Everything's coming up short for these Indiana guards. And here comes Minnesota with a chance to tie or take the lead with three. We're at the 7:30 mark here in the second half. They committed that foul last time so they can get a timeout to rest. I don't think there's much stamina left in this Minnesota team. Thompson tries to drive on Jackson. Nothing doing. Floats it up, and he hits it. Good turnaround, little baby hook there for Thompson. And this game is tied. They stay in the zone. Live or die by it today. Race goes back to Top. Top drives. Nothing. Back to Race. Over to Galloway. Turn around. Race. Shoot the ball. Cop floats the lane and gets a 13-footer. Cop splits the front end of that defense and gets into the lane and hits a jump shot. 2-point lead, Indiana. Oh, there's a steal. Galloway almost gets the steal. Don't foul. Here comes Samuels back up against Trace. Trace is playing guard. He's playing defense on a guard out there. There's 5 on the shot clock. Battle from way out, and he flipping hits it. Jamison Battle from 26 foot, and Minnesota leads the game. You've got to attack. You're feeding the wrong guy on the post. Get it to the left. Top 20-footer. No good. Missed the three-pointer. Wasn't a good look for Cop. And Minnesota's got the ball and the lead. Not a good look for us. This is the same team that dominated on defense at Illinois. Thompson takes a deep three. No good. Minnesota has no consistency, but they played well enough to stay ahead in this game. Over to Galloway. Galloway drives all the way to the basket and up and no good. Nothing's going down. Galloway with a really nice look there. Cooper's going to bring the ball up for Minnesota, and these guys are tired. They're walking. They don't have their hands on their knees. Yeah, some of them do. Some fresh players out there. They don't have subs to compete. Battle's got it. He's trying to drive on Trace. He gets to the lane, and that's blocked by Jackson Davis. And that Henley gets the offensive glass. Back to Battle. And should be a shot clock violation, I think, but they reset it. They're going to go to the monitor and look here. Horrible. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, the shot was blocked. Never got to the rim. They reset the shot clock. Now, is that so the question becomes, if they don't reset the shot, if they reset the shot clock when they're not supposed to, what do they call here? Yeah, Creek, I'm starting to believe you. Trace Jackson Davis blocks Battle shot. And the shot clock goes to 3. There's Henley with the ball. And then they reset it with 2 seconds. That's got to be a shot clock violation. You know, it just feels like the weight of the world is on your chest, doesn't it? Jamison Battle's got 20 points today. Play an outstanding game. They're giving him 1 second on the shot clock. Are you flipping kidding me? Oh, you know it. And the house will come down. Don't let him. Over the backboard. Well, they didn't even hit the rim. Alabama's got the lead with 6:48 to go. Houston ended up beating UCF today. Sportscast probably horrible. Oh, Mitch, love coach. He's got these guys, had him back on track. Trace goes in, and he's going to draw the foul there. They don't have any legs left on the. There's no legs left on the baseline there for Minnesota. They just got to feed TJD the rest of the game. Yep, that's it. We haven't went to the left side of that on that for several plays. The first time we do, and we get it down on the block, we get a missed free throw attempt, but we still got to the line because they don't have that many fouls left to give. They haven't caught a lot of fouls in this second half. And both free throws miss. Minnesota holds on to the lead here. Not a good look. Hey, Mitch, thanks for the comment, brother. Nice to speak to you. Definitely appreciate the input. There, Tamar Bates has got some quick hands out there against Samuels, who's dribbling against him. There we go. Cooper's got it back to battle from way outside. No good. And Thompson gets inside. Trace blocks it. Galloway controls, and here we go back the other way. Trace Jackson Davis is running the floor. Here comes Bates to Galloway. Back to Bates. Get that ball down on the block to TJD. Get in there, Miller. There you go. He's got it at 12 foot. There's the double team. He spins out of it. Dribbles inside, and he's stripped. No fouls called. Trace tried to do a little much there. He should have passed out of the double team, but we'll take our chances with him having the ball. Very, very, very winnable game. They're just trying to burn the clock. They want to get this thing to the end because they don't have the legs to go. Put Renew and Geronimo in. And we're going to bail them out with a foul. You've got guys on the – nobody's been subbed in, correct? Has anybody got Woody's number? Anybody got Woody's number? We need a dose of Renew, Geronimo. Them two guys right now would be huge. Give our bigs a break. Why has it got to be like this? This just in Creek, you said it earlier, feels like one of those overtime games where the ball just can't go down. Everybody looks tired on both teams. I don't know either at this point. Yes, I guarantee you. I don't on the stat sheet that I look at. I don't get minutes played, but we have not used Renew the whole second half that I'm aware of, and he scored 10. He played one of the best first halves that we played. We've not subbed. The only sub that's been on the floor is Tamar Bates in the second half. We only used 4 subs in the first half. Renew, Geronimo, Gunn, and Bates. Bates is the only one that's played in the second half. TJD has been on the floor the whole game. You got a few minute rest in the first half. Renew's not been back on the floor. We need to find a way to win this game. We need to find a way to win this game. We need to keep climbing that Big Ten ladder. Keep momentum. You know what? I don't know. He's watching. Greek, we do. We have to have this game. And, the guys that are out there that are scoring right now, like Battle, they're playing on adrenaline. They're playing on pure adrenaline. Minnesota is using fouls and timeouts. And here, a road win at Minnesota is important. It's not a top-tier road win, but it's an important one. There goes Samuels around, and Shabino's going to be called for the foul. That didn't look like much of a foul either, really. I didn't see any blatant body crashing. Samuels is a 44% free throw shooter. One's up and good. 44%, shoot the rainbow. Minnesota's up to a 2-point lead. If they get up by more than 3, we're in trouble. Second one rims around and scores. Minnesota's back to a 3-point lead. Galloway's got it. Minnesota's pressing. They're playing on the fact that we're not using our subs either. So we're playing down to them. Kopp's got it on the wing. He's looking. He gets it to Race on the block. Race back to Kopp. Shoots the floater. No good. There's another glass by Cooper. And here comes Minnesota with a chance to extend. 2:54 to go. What is going on here? Oh, we're in deep trouble. Wide open. Trace with another block. He's going to force the ball up. The only way he's getting the ball right now is when the double team comes. He feeds it to Galloway, over to Shapino, down to Race on the block, back to Trace in the slam. Feed that man. 2:20 to go. Galloway's going to pressure Cooper a little bit here. Make Thompson hang out there and pick. Get the ball across the timeline. Minnesota has no legs. They have to use a timeout. Yeah, they're a much better team, but look at how they're carrying themselves. Trace Jackson is mustering up the energy. He has to start the break, make a good pass to get the ball, to we're in a position where he can get it back, and nobody can guard him. What's up, Grady? I don't understand either. Every time he touches the ball on offense, something good happens. Every time. Whether it be a missed good shot, every time he gets the ball, something good happens for this team. And our guys right now are not motivated. We have not played any of our subs except for Bates in the second half. Oh, Big Ten road games are never easy, but you got a game that's very winnable here. If you can go to Illinois and win by 15, you should be able to come to Minnesota and win by 15. But hey, we do have a resident Minnesota Golden Gopher in the house. I don't know if he's still here or not, but he should be fired up right now because his team is playing gutsy basketball. Yep, 1-7 in conference. It's like losing to the 2013 Browns. Oh, come on, man. That was Steve Jackson's babies there. You just got to play defense. Somebody's got to guard battle and make somebody else beat you. Cooper gets the inbound pass. Galloway's on him. Cooper drives, gets cut off, and hand it back to Battle. Battle's going to look to shoot. There comes Galloway on him. They get it to Henley. Henley to Thompson. Thompson back to Battle. Battle's looking deep three. No good off the back rim. It's such a long rebound. It goes out of bounds. That should be Indiana's ball. Indiana gets a big stop there. Minnesota players are all over on the ground. And the Hoosiers are going to get an opportunity here after a very ugly long three. Wow, that may be Indiana. That may be Minnesota ball. Is it under 2 minutes? Oh yeah. Let's see. Looks like Ray Thompson knocked that out of bounds. Unless it hit Finley's shirt. Oh, Cooper's hand is underneath it. I see it. Yes, you're right. Cooper knocked it out of bounds, and he was accosted by Grace coming in there going for the loose ball. You tell me, you tell me that if this play right here does not go to Trace Jackson Davis on the block, if he does not get the ball here, something's truly wrong. Unless something is blatantly obvious open, Trace comes up to the top of the key, sets the pick. They're trying to get him the feed. There it is. And what's the foul call here? Oh, he grabbed Trace, or he grabbed Grace Thompson. Trace gets it on the inbound. He's too far to affect the play. Shapino's got it on the right wing, looking to Trace. 12 on shot clock. Trace has got it on the block. Triple team puts it up. No good. Tipped up. No good. Tipped up. And Minnesota controls. Now you have to have a stop. Minnesota has one timeout left. Cooper's got it out high. We cannot afford to be down 3 here. Probably only 2 possessions left. 16 foul on Indiana. Samuels and Shafino are hand fighting. That's going to reset them to 20 seconds on the shot clock. Next foul will put Minnesota in the 1-1. Thompson with the deep three. No good. Shafino clears the rebound. Like I said, at this point, anybody but battle. Top has it out high, and Indiana's going to take a timeout here with 54 seconds. Man, I tell you what, my heart can't take this kind of stuff, y'all. Thank you guys for all being in here, hanging out with me at the end of this game. It'll be a hard fought win. We're going to need to get the ball into our big man here. I know that's the last thing they want. Minnesota is absolutely wore out. They have no legs. What's up, Mr. Tim? Thank you. They got a very nice look on that, though. Just not the guy they really want shooting that three-pointer right now, I'm pretty sure. The bench got up. They was ready for it. Indiana trails by 1. 54 seconds to go. And I do not know which way a tied ball goes right now. Oh, yeah, it goes to Indiana. I know, Vance. I'm sitting here about a nervous wreck at the moment, just hoping that we can get one more stop and a basket. Get a basket here and a stop. They've only got 5 team fouls, so we're not shooting free throws yet, which we haven't done well today. 57% from the free throw line. We only shot 40% from the floor today. We're averaging about 55% because our in the paint game is so good. And I do not know why Malik Renew has not played in the second half. Race Thompson, Trace Jackson Davis have went the whole way. Shapino's got the ball inbound. He hands off to Galloway. Galloway's looking to pick, comes high, looking for Trace, nothing doing. Feeds it to Trace on the block. Over to Race Thompson. double pumps, and he's going to get the foul on Thompson. That'll be his fourth. That'll be his fifth. So their big just fouls out of the game. Trace makes the right move. Ball fake by Race. He's going to get the foul. Not much of a foul there. He's going to get the call. Trace had great court awareness. Oh, he got him just barely on the elbow going up. And that'll be his fifth foul of the game. So they have no more height. I feel you, Dabney. I'm nervous. Let's go. Good energy for Race Thompson here, senior from Minnesota at the free throw line. Got a chance here to regain the lead, and he hits the first one. Ties the game up. This game being tied is much better for us than us being down a point. One more point here. That puts the pressure solely on Battle. Battle will force a shot if he's given the opportunity to. Short off the front iron. Trace with the offensive rebound, and he puts it up and in. Trace Jackson Davis extends the lead to 2 with 40 seconds. Now Minnesota's in a pickle. Hooper gets it over to Battle. Battle goes off the pick, and he gets it off to Samuels. Samuels is dribbling out high. Cooper's got the ball back. Shot clock is going down to 15. Cooper for 3. Hard off the back rim, no good. They're fighting for the board. Miller Kopp gets the rebound on the floor and calls timeout. Smart play by Miller Kopp. Goes to the ground. Indiana will have the ball up a 2-point lead with 20 seconds to go, and Minnesota is forced to foul. Miller Kopp with a headsy play. He knew he didn't have a passing lane, and he calls timeout. Smart. You know, I beat on Kopp a lot because he kind of just disappears in games. But Trace Jackson with the offensive glass there. Race Thompson literally choked that free throw because he stiff-armed, forearmed it. Trace could have got a foul call there, really, when he went up. But then Kopp had nobody to throw it to as he goes to the floor and alertly calls timeout. Smart play. Yeah, for sure. All you have to do now is make sure that you get the ball in the hands of somebody that can make free throws. Don't turn it over. I don't think you're going to try to trap here. I think you have to. I think that I would foul. I would want as much time as possible. There's no bigs left on the floor. They get it into Kopp, who's their best free throw shooter, gets it over to Shafino, and now they can't get it across the timeline. And they do. And they get it to Galloway. Now they got a foul. And Galloway is going to get the foul with 8 seconds to go. Yes, sir. Just beat the 10-second call, getting across the line and got it to Galloway, who's not been solid at the free throw line today. He's been off. I'm losing it, Rob. Flat losing it. Let's go. Come on. Trey Galloway, 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. I just about can't watch, but I got it. First one's up, and he hit it. One more, and the game is on ice for the most part, as long as you don't foul on a three-pointer. If you miss it, hold your breath. If you miss it, I don't let them shoot 3. I foul. That's my personal opinion. Second one's up, and he hit them both. 4-point lead. Call off the Dogs. Get back three-quarter court. Here they come up the sideline looking. Going to drive all the way down. Puts it up, and it's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. 2.9 seconds left. Trace Jackson Davis blocks it. That's money. I don't care how ugly this game looks. We're going to walk out of here with a win. They can dissect it back in Indiana after they get home, and fix what was wrong today. There's Anthony Leal, first one on the court. Tell me that kid isn't a teamer, though. I talk about him a lot because I just like his attitude. Pretty nice block by TJD there. Dub is a dub, bro. Yes, sir, Balin. We'll finish this bad boy up here in just a couple seconds. 25 and 20 for Trace, 6 blocks. Every one of those blocks has been needed. Y'all have been awesome today. Much love to everybody that's in here today. It's in the blood fan loves you. Look down in the description. All our social medias in there. Big IU, Bengals supporters, we talk football. There's the inbound looking to get it in. They do get it in. Throws it up at the buzzer. No good. Trey sends the game with another rebound, whether they give him credit for it or not. And this one goes. Eugene Wong, listening from Singapore. Hey, Eugene, much appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Jack, roller coaster of a game. Absolutely. Creek, much love, my brother. Rob, look at you guys. Went from we are blowing up this year. We've had a great year, Rob. We're in here. We show a lot of love and we have fun. Vance, a win is a win. Yeah, Ben says we still needed it, Jake. Road win. Thank you, Jake. Much love, brother. Oh, and thank you. We appreciate that. Check us out on Sunday for the AFC Championship game. Alex, yeah, that's my cohort right there. Appreciates everyone. Yo Mama, TJ, yes, sir. Trace is the man. Might be the best player. I think he's the best player in the conference for sure. Oh my God, how big was the Miller Cop 3 to end the half? Yeah, if not, this is a nail biter. Jim White says never in doubt. Jim, you're probably the most negative guy in here sometimes, but you crack me up, and I think that's funny. Yeah, go find some alcohol. I could use some vodka for sure. 6160. JB. Balin says chaos, and that's absolutely right. Hey, man, you know what? I don't care. When you win on the road in the Big Ten, it's a big win. It's the calculator says that this will probably increase their NCAA chances by about 2%. But if they were to lose this game today, it would drop them 15%. So that's what it boils down to. Creek, good night. I want to read a stat line for you guys really fast while we're still going here. Trace Jackson Davis, 11 for 19 from the floor, 3 for 6 from the free throw line, 5 offensive rebounds, 21 total rebounds, 2 assists, 6 blocks. He did have 3 turnovers and 2 fouls. Trace Jackson Davis, man among men today. Night, Creek, Cop, 4 for 9, 3 for 7 from the floor, 3 rebounds, none bigger than the last one in the timeout call. 11 points. Miller Cop did his job today. Race Thompson gaining some strength back, I bet he played almost 30 minutes today. Good for Race. He didn't look like he lumbered any on that leg. He did stiff arm that last free throw, but you know what? I'll give him mad props for getting to the line. Jalen Hood-Shafino, not his best performance. 2 from 11 from the floor, 0 for 3 behind the line. He did hit his 2 free throws, but he had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 turnover. That's pretty decent point guard numbers, except for too many misses. Trey Galloway, 1 for 5 from the floor. He hit a 3-pointer. 2 for 4 from the free throw line. He had 5 assists and 2 turnovers, playing like a point guard. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, Dabney. Renew. Somebody find out what happened to Malik Renew, because he played the first half, did not come back. So if he's injured, I don't know. But he played an excellent first half, and we could have used some minutes. Geronimo didn't give us anything in the second half. Want to know what's up there? Jamar Bates, not a great performance. Our bench did not perform today. All in all, Minnesota, Jamison Battle, 8 for 16 from the floor, 4 for 9 from threes. Single-handedly kept the team in the game. Thompson had 8 rebounds. They just didn't have the firepower today, but everybody on the plate for them contributed in some manner. They did shoot, only shot 34%. It must be cold in Minnesota tonight. Yes, sir, JB. You guys are all excellent. Thank you for hanging out. I will be in here Saturday night for Indiana and Ohio State. Uh, hopefully, my heart will have recovered a little bit. Great crowd today. Great energy in here. Let me find. I got to check one thing really fast in the chat here. David. You may not be able to hear me, David, but David was a resident Minnesota Golden Gopher fan in here tonight. And I want to commend his team for putting up such a great effort and fighting really hard, considering that they did not have players available. They only had 7 to a pretty good, solid day. But I want to say thank you to David for hanging out in here for the whole stream. He was in here early, made one quick comment, and I haven't heard him talk since. But he was a Golden Gopher. I might do a post game. I might record one, Alex. Minnesota played hard. Ben Johnson, their coach, really has these guys that even though they're getting beat up on, they believe today. And their leader, who is Jamison Battle, hit some big shots. You know what? Going forward, they leave this game with a little more confidence, although they did not get a win. Yeah, if I do, Alex, I'm going to record it here in a little bit. But if you want to. Anyway, kudos to my Hoosiers today. I'm going to drop the stream out. You guys have been absolutely excellent today. Going to leave you with a little bit of that It's in the Blood shark action to close her down. Much love to my Hoosier fans. Much love to Minnesota fans. We will see you guys Saturday night.